Hey fellas, ready for another awesome video from Heavy Mining Equipment? Let's roll! We're kicking off this video with the Russians. And where there are Russians, you know there's bound to be some entertainment. So, the task is to move a massive metal part from a press out of the factory. And in true Russian fashion, the best way to do it is with not one, not two, but 3 machines. So, let's see how that goes. Poor little fella. We're moving from Russia to Indonesia. We get a lot of videos like this from Indonesia, where overloaded truck drivers keep trying to climb steep hills no matter what. And that's why situations like this happen so often. The truck just can't handle the strain and stalls. And when that happens on a steep incline, well, we all know what comes next. Luckily for these guys and the driver, the truck came to a stop exactly where it needed to. But if this truck were to stall on a steep incline, well, that would be a serious problem. The purpose of our video is to highlight human errors caused by improper handling of machines and underestimating their limits. This clip from Pakistan shows exactly what can happen when greed is put ahead of the safety of the driver and everyone else on the road. The driver apparently lost control of the vehicle due to overloading. He veered off the road, and with all that weight, the truck lost balance and tipped over onto its side. Almost the entire load spilled out onto the ground. Scenes like this are pretty common in India, Pakistan, and across Southeast Asia, where people push their machines way beyond their limits. What really surprises me is how state troopers don't crack down on drivers like this. It's hard to believe vehicles like these are even allowed on public roads. Looks like the locals managed to gather up the load and transfer it into another identical truck. And funny enough, that same overloaded truck is now the one trying to pull the stuck one out. It looks like they were hauling sawdust, probably from a nearby mill. By the way, in this part of the world, it's common for trucks and buses to be decorated like Christmas trees. I don't know why, but I gotta admit, they do look pretty cool. It's like a Pakistani version of Pimp My Ride. What a mess. Makes me wonder where their grader is. Water was so deep, my blade just disappeared under it. It honestly felt like I was driving the grader straight into a lake. I was just waiting for the whole machine to disappear underwater. Same spot next day, and now with daylight, you can really see how deep it is. And what gets me every time is how awesome it looks when these giants roll through and create those mini tsunamis. Oh, if you want to see more of this, check out the full video of Haul Truck Crossing Deep Water compilation. Just click the link in the top right corner or down in the description. In other mines around the world, they use lowboys. But here, we use a front shovel. Back to Russia again. Two Kirovets pull out a Chetra bulldozer. But what's interesting to me is that bro looks like they pulled him straight out of a sauna. Another hero who loves saunas. Just kidding. Water got into the engine and now it's blowing out steam. Wouldn't hurt to back up a bit and throw in some chunkier material over those deep crawler tracks. All right, let's take a look at how the rock ejector actually does its job. That was nice and smooth and effective. And now, the best part of the video, a pile of stuck trucks all in one spot. This is going to be interesting, and where else would it be, if not in Russia? All right, the plan is to pull out the blue Maz first. For some reason, the white Mercedes backed up. No idea why. Maybe his crew hasn't shown up yet, or maybe he was just in the way of the Maz. Anyway, the blue truck's up first. Let's see what they do. Okay, the plan is to pull the truck backward first. Then he'll probably try to drive himself out going forward. Nope, not a chance. It keeps pulling him toward the same spot where he's already stuck. They're gonna have to try pulling him out from the front. And who else would handle that job if not a Kamaz, the real Russian bear? Bro literally flew through that mud, right next to the stuck Maz, like he was driving on pavement. Didn't even blink. Looks promising. Let's see how it goes. Okay, now that the Kamaz did its part of the job and the blue one's done, let's check out the Mercedes situation. Things aren't exactly going as planned. The truck's pretty well stuck in there. Whoa, that was a close one. Rule number 1, never stand next to a wire rope when it's under tension. For now, the Mercedes is staying right where it is. So let's see what the Volvo's gonna do. Same spot, same problem. You could tell from the very start it wasn't gonna work. Dude was going way too slow. He needed a lot more acceleration. And this is one of those moments when it's totally okay to say, fuck! Yeah, say goodbye to the mud flap, the rear light, and the license plate. But let's see if the Iveco can pull off the same job the Kamaz did with the first truck. So far, so good, just a little bit more. I think they're gonna make it, and yep, they did it. As for the white Mercedes, well, rumor has it he's still out there waiting for a recovery crew. We're still stuck in the mud, and we're still in the middle of this mess. But let's see how this 400-ton giant handles a steep, muddy incline. No problem for this dude. In situations like this, when you can't go left or right, yeah, it's totally normal to say it again. Fuck. This was close. Lucky for them, the ground was close. If that crane had been positioned any higher, the load probably would have pulled it over and tipped it. That could have ended real bad. In Russia, too much vodka and fun is guaranteed. A freight train ran straight into a tornado in Illinois, US. The wind was so strong it blew the rail cars right off the tracks. But the best is yet to come, and that is a bouncing tank full of ethylene oxide. Nasty stuff. All right, folks, over the next 4 minutes, we're heading to the notorious steep slope of Cought in North Sumatra, Indonesia. This place is brutal. Trucks loaded to the max often lose power on the climb. Engines stall, and sometimes they even roll backward. Right here, you can see a Mitsubishi already dead on the hill with engine failure. And that red truck? Yeah. Judging by all that smoke, he's not looking too good either. And like I said before, they often end up flying downhill completely out of control. Here, you can see the driver somehow managed to avoid the orange truck by swinging the wheel in a zigzag. At this point, all he can do is stay calm and hope to God there's no one behind him. Carrying crude palm oil, and judging by what we just saw, the truck was probably overloaded, way beyond the legal limit. Hats off to the driver. He managed to stay calm, control the vehicle the whole time while flying downhill, and stop it in the best possible way without any damage. This guy's got balls of steel. Now all that's left is for another truck to tow him off that steep part of the road. And from there, he should be able to continue on his own. But in the next clip, we'll see what happens when a driver loses control of the vehicle. Let's watch. All right, same spot, almost identical truck, same kind of load, a full tank of crude palm oil. But now, let's take a look at the dark side of this hill. Let's watch. Okay, we can see there's a leak under the cab, and the passenger already bailed out. Now let's see if the driver can pull off what the last guy managed to do in the previous clip. Poor guy didn't even manage to stop the truck in the ditch. He just didn't stand a chance, coming down way too fast. Once again, it's pure luck. There was no one behind him at that moment. The incident caused total chaos on the road. The truck completely blocked the way and crude palm oil splashed all over the place from the tanker. As for the driver, he was found unconscious and taken to the hospital, where he received medical attention. We can see the truck is pretty badly damaged. The rear tires are gone, the drive shaft snapped in half, and both the front and the rear axles are literally hanging off. The whole chassis is bent, and fluids are leaking from the engine, oil, coolant, everything. All in all, it's a total loss. But it looks like something caught fire, probably around where the engine is, like the damage wasn't already bad enough. I don't know about you guys, but I'll never understand why people keep doing things that put themselves and others in danger. I mean, how do you not stop and think, wait, I need to pull over. My truck can't handle this climb. I'm overloaded. Or, my truck's way too old for this shit. But nope, they just keep going, knowing they might end up killing someone. Or themselves. Some people never change. Check this out. This is awesome. And of course, the video comes from nowhere else but Russia. A fantastic way to clear snow off the roads in remote areas. A Chetra bulldozer, 2 loaders, and the best part, tires strapped to the back. I've seen something similar before, but with bulldozer tracks arranged in a triangle shape. Nice job, guys. And to wrap things up, we're taking you to Serbia, to the country's largest coal mine, Kolubara. The entire national power grid depends on the electricity produced here, which is why the management recently bought a brand new bucket wheel excavator worth 18.8 million euros to boost energy production. So what happens when it breaks down? Well, see for yourself. According to the investigation, the conveyor belt caught fire, most likely because a roller got stuck, and the belt ignited from the high friction. The fire quickly spread to the excavator, and at that point, the disaster was unavoidable. Firefighters battled the flames for several hours, and now, take a look at what the excavator looked like the next day. This footage is from January 11th, 2022, and this is 11 months later. Same excavator, same mine. Looks like the people of Serbia might have to fire up their wood stoves. This time looks like the fire got into some electrical wiring or something. Anyway, thanks for sticking with us till the end. If you enjoy what we do, don't hesitate to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more stuff like this. Until the next video, bye.